Hello learners, welcome to the class again. So far we have done Act 1 and Act 2 of the play A Doll's House. And now let's see what happens in the next act, in the last act of the play. We have seen that Crockstead has threatened Nora of revealing her secret of the forgery to her husband, Helmer, who is about to fire Crockstead from his bank. And Nora has fallen into a critical situation when her husband Helmer is about to open the mailbox in which Crockstead has put the letter revealing the secret. And the last night Nora was successful in preventing her husband from opening the letter, but the next night but we have also seen that Mrs. Linde confesses that she's in love with Crockstead and they love each other, and if she persuades Crockstead, he will not reveal the secret to he will not threaten them of defaming their forgery. So Linde and Crockstead meet, and Linde tells him that she had to marry a rich man who could support her family and her family. So she was not in love with her husband who died, but she has always been in love with Crockstead. So she also tells that she is a widow now and also free from family obligation. So now she is ready to marry Crockstead. So now we see the situation changes because Mrs. Linde, who is put in the bank on Crockstead's seat, on Crockstead vacancy, is now going to be his wife. So Crockstead, who has been fired, now is going to marry Mrs. Linde, who is the new employee in Helmer's bank. So now Mrs. Linde requests Crockstead that he should not reveal the secret to Helmer, and he should not forgive Nora. So Mrs. Linde expresses a desire to live with him, to marry Crockstead, and Crockstead is quite pleased. He is quite happy because now the job which was taken away from him is given to her wife, Mrs. Linde. So he decides to take back his letter, but Mrs. Linde says that Helmer should know the truth for the sake of their marriage. So Mrs. Linde says that Helmer should know the whole secret about her borrowing the money from Crockstead and her going through all that struggle and agony on part of her forgery of the signatures. So Nora and Helmer return back, and Dr. Rank, who secretly followed them, finding Nora alone, bids final goodbye as his death is near. So now Dr. Rank, who was in love with Nora, is going to die, and Mrs. Linde confesses her love to Crockstead and they are going to marry, and Crockstead is ready to keep back the letter which he posted in Helmer's mailbox. So he says that he decides that he is going to take back the letter which he posted to Crockstead. So now things seems to be normalized, but Mrs. Linde says that the secret should come out to Helmer because they are a couple, and Nora, being the better half, could take the decision on her part, and she only saved the life of her husband. So the secret must come to the notice of Helmer. So Crockstead does not take back the letter, but he puts another letter of forgiving Nora. So both the letters are in the mailbox, and Helmer is going to read both of them. So now let's see what happens in the next scene. Thank you.